Beauty and the Beast is Disney's new live-action remake of a classic story. We first got Cinderella, then we got The Jungle Book, and now we have Beauty and the Beast. And I think we're getting The Little Mermaid next year. I'm not sure. Basically, Disney is trying to remake all their classic movies for modern audiences. So if you know the story of the original Disney classic, then you basically know the story of this movie already. A young girl named Belle is taken prisoner by this big beast, but while she's there, she slowly realizes that maybe he's not that much of a beast, and she starts to see more human elements of him. They have connections together, and she slowly falls in love with him. It's one of the greatest Disney stories probably ever told. And that's basically the story. So Beauty and the Beast never really was my favorite Disney movie, but I still really like it. Like I said, it's a classic story. And with this remake, I think they did a pretty good job retelling the story in a live action perspective. I'll say this right now, if you were looking for something different in the terms of this movie, like a different perspective of this movie, then you're not going to find it with this. This, like I said, this is basically the exact same movie, only in live action form. And that's why a lot of people were kind of disappointed with this movie. Don't get me wrong, there's a big following of this movie. People absolutely love this movie. But there are complaints with this movie. People do have their issues with it. And like I said, this movie doesn't really offer anything new besides like a new song and a new characteristic type thing of a new character. Not gonna lie, it kind of bothered me. The character of Le Faux, I think that's how you say his name, they made him gay in this movie, and it really started to annoy me. I don't know why they made him like that. I don't know if he was in the original. It's been a long time since I've seen the original. But he was the one character that really annoyed me. I don't know, it just didn't fit right with me. So his character, no. I didn't like his character. But besides that one character, everyone else does a fantastic job in this movie. This is a well-acted movie, and by far, the best performance is from Emma Watson as Belle. There's just something about Emma Watson to me that it's just a warm feeling. Like, you look at her and you just want to give her a hug. She's just one of those really likable actresses, and she nailed it in this movie. She did a fantastic job. I didn't see Emma Watson. I saw Belle from Beauty and the Beast. And that just shows what a good job she did. And Dan Stevens as the Beast was fantastic. I don't know if that was CG or prosthetics they put on him to make him look like the Beast, but whatever it was, it looked great. I thought he did a really good job as the Beast and the Prince. And him and Emma Watson, they connect really well. They had great chemistry throughout the movie. And they're really likable, you can get behind them. And that's one of the big positives of this movie, is because even though they're retelling the story, they're still the same characters. They're still the same characters that you love from the original. And it feels like nothing's changed. They're really likable characters, and the casting choices were great in this movie. Another thing to be praised about of this movie is the look of the movie. This is a beautifully shot movie. All the scenery and everything. It doesn't feel like you're on a set. It feels like you're actually there. And that's something that Disney tends to do right with their movie, but with this one, it was proven once again. It was fantastic. The scenery is absolutely beautiful with this movie. Now, like I said, it's been years since I've seen the original Disney movie, so I don't really remember a whole lot of it. And I'm not really a big musical person. Like, I don't really like musicals. And while this film is kind of considered a musical, some of the music numbers kind of took me out of the movie. They're not bad songs. They're really good and catchy songs. In fact, they've been stuck in my head ever since I left the theater. And they're sung really well and performed well. There's just something about musicals, especially in movies like this, that when they're played, it just takes me out of the movie a little bit. And I'm very aware that I'm watching a movie. I don't know. I feel like I'm the only person that's like that. And I don't know how best to explain about that. It just takes me out of the movie a little bit. I guess I'm more of a dialogue and action-driven type guy. Like, I want to see that kind of stuff than singing and dancing around in the movie. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Like I said, really great, really good performed songs. And like I said, they're still stuck in my head, but they just took me out a little bit. That's kind of a small issue I had with this movie. But besides that one character I mentioned in the beginning that I really didn't like that much, and some of the music numbers not really fitting well with me, there's not much else I didn't like about this movie. I actually like this a lot more than I thought it was going to. It's well directed, well acted, well shot. Everything that they got right, they really got right with this movie, and I would definitely go see it again. I'm going to give Beauty and the Beast 3.5 stars. I think it's a well-made movie. I didn't love it. I really, really liked it though. And if you're a Beauty and the Beast fan, then go see this movie. And even if you're not a Beauty and the Beast fan, I would still recommend seeing this movie. It's a great theater experience. And like I said, I would definitely go see it again. Now there's something that I want to mention in this video, and I wanted to save it until the very end of this movie. And I'm going to try to do this without any edits, without any jump cuts and all that. I just want to get this out here. This is a little kids movie, okay? Yeah, there's adult moments, but this is mainly for little kids. So there's going to be little kids in the theater. And you know, they're going to do what little kids do. You know, there's going to be parents that are going to control them. But I have to say this, for my theater, 90% of the kids were more quiet and more respectful than some of the young adults and actual adults in the theater. How sad is that? I had this lady next to me on my right side who kept talking. She was sick. Why would you go to a theater when you're sick? That's ridiculous. And I know what you're thinking, oh, I could have gotten up and moved. My whole theater was packed. There was not an empty seat anywhere. So I had to sit next to this really loud and sick lady who kept talking with her little kid. Her little kid kept kicking seats and talking really loud, and she didn't do anything. She kept talking with her. Guys, if you have little kids, or if you know someone with little kids that are gonna go see this movie, tell them to be freaking quiet. I'm sorry, it just annoys me when someone is so disrespectful at theaters, and adding the fact that she was on her phone. They give warnings before the movie on the screen. Don't be disrespectful. Talking is disruptive. Your phone is distracting. This lady was doing everything wrong, and I said multiple times to her, can you please be quiet? I am trying to watch the movie. She didn't listen. She kept talking with her little kid. If there was empty seats anywhere in the theater, I would have taken it. But guys, if you are going to this movie with little kids, you don't have to worry about them being respectful as much as you have to worry about yourself being respectful. That's what's pissing me off about this. Because like I said, almost all the kids were more respectful than this lady was. And even a couple other of the adults. That's sad. That is just really, really sad. I'm sorry. I had to get that out there. This is kind of like my therapy. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've seen Beauty and the Beast, then let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I want to hear all your guys' opinions about this. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, then go ahead and click right here. And I'll see you guys next time.